Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Margarita, and today I'm here to bring you my June wrap-up. I'm sorry it's been a little while. I was on vacation for about a week and a half, and I didn't have any time to film before I left. I was very busy with work and stuff. So without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first book that I finished in June was The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I read over 80% of this book in May, but I didn't finish it until June, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a wonderful book, very well written. I really want to get into the second book, but I know the third one isn't out yet, so I'm trying to hold off on that right now. Gave this, I believe, 5 out of 5 stars, and if I didn't, I'll have to go back and change that. I really enjoyed this book. I think it was a very strong start to the series. So next are the books that I read for Tome Topple. I'll leave all the information for that in the video that I did for that down below. And the first book that I finally finished, thank God, is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I was about halfway through this before the readathon started, and I told myself I was not going to read any other book this month until this book was finished. And it took me about a week to read the next half of this book, but I did it. The book it's just not really for me. It's a good book. I did enjoy it once it was done. I think I liked the ending more than anything else in this book, but just getting there was a really tough go. I think I had started this in February and it took me until June to finish, so I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. It's a good book, it just wasn't necessarily for me. Next, I read Cress by Marissa Meyer. This is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and it is by far the best one yet. There is a lot more action going on, all these stories are intertwining. It's really good, and I cannot wait to pick up Winter and see how this ends. It's really good. I want to say I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. It is by far the best one yet, and I can only imagine how much better Winter is going to be, so definitely a good one. So by this point, Tome Topple was over, so I could read whatever I wanted, and I picked up Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. Maya, I finally read it and I'm finished with it, so I can finally give it back to you after I film this. I really enjoyed this book. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. This isn't usually the type of book I gravitate towards, but I really did enjoy this. I want to say I gave this a 3.5, 4 out of 5 stars. It was really good. This is my first Rainbow Rowell book, and I think one of the things I loved the most about this book is how well she captured high school, at least for me. I know when I was in high school, everything felt like the end of the world, and if I couldn't be with my boyfriend, oh my gosh, how horrible it was. And I think that she captured that really well between these two characters, and poor Eleanor, good God. And I could really connect with Eleanor, not with all like the crazy crap that happens in her life, but kind of like who she is as a person and how she's kind of detached from people and she doesn't want to be very close to people. And I totally understood where she was coming from, and I did really like this book. I think it could have done without the first part of the book though, because you already kind of know where it's going. You already know they're not going to be together, so oh well. But I did really like this book. I'm so glad I finally read it. And last but not least, I read You by Carolyn Kepnes. This is a book that is told from the perspective of a stalker slash serial killer, and this book is unlike anything I've ever read before. It was such a weird perspective to be reading from. This guy that's just absolutely nuts. He's so crazy. He finds this girl that just happens to walk into his bookstore, and he decides that's the one. She is the woman for me, and she already knows it, even though it's just a random encounter. So he begins to stalk her, and he's so crazy because he has such a warped sense of reality where he realizes that if she were being followed by people, that would be wrong. But since it's him following her, it's perfectly alright because they're soulmates and like they're destined to be together. And he's just so weird. And I did enjoy this book. I probably gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It's not the best book, but I did really enjoy it and it was really interesting to read from such a different perspective. And the main character, Joe, the stalker, he was at times very funny to read from, but also incredibly creepy. I mean, he went between the two pretty, because you're just like, what is wrong with you? And then there are moments where you're like, holy shit, I hope this doesn't happen to me, because you are crazy. So this was a pretty good book. So that's it. That's all I read this month. But I did read quite a few bigger books, so I'm not too worried about only having read 5. So that's it. That's all I have. I'll be coming to you guys soon with a lot more videos. I'm going to be here pretty much for the rest of the year, so you should be getting videos from me at least once a week, if not more often. So I will see you guys later. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys read in June, and until next time, bye!